Hey guys, how you doing? Back for another beer review. Got something real special. Actually, everything I seem to get these days is really special. This is one from AverageJoe. Big thanks to him. Sent via the Albino Rhino. So again, big thanks to him. This is from a brewery I've never had anything from before, and it's an interesting one because it was sort of brought up in conversation about some conversations I've been having recently about how there's an overuse of barrel aging, and specifically there's an overuse, seems to be, of barrel aging as far as bourbon barrels go for beers. Not that there aren't a lot of great barrel aged beers out there that use like bourbon barrels, but it seems to be the dominant one, and it seems to be very trendy, and people don't seem to want to go outside of that too much. So it'd be interesting to try other beers that have different sort of barrels, okay? And we got one here. We have from the Captain Lawrence Brewing Company, and where are they out of? New York. Elmsford, New York. This is their Golden Delicious. It's a ale aged in apple brandy barrels. Apparently it's a triple in style, at least an American interpretation of a triple. So a Belgian interpretation of a Belgian style. It says it's won bronze wood and barrel aged strong beer Great American Beer Festival 2008-2012. Nothing quite like Mom's apple pie. I'm willing to bet this beer is pretty darn close. An American triple, dry hopped with Amarillo hops, which are usually floral and spicy. So that sounds like it would pair very, very well with a triple, which is generally quite spicy on its own. I don't know if they have Brettanomyces in this or what. Tropical. Oh, it's also somewhat tropical too, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, apple brandy barrels. So you're expecting to get like an apple brandy, something out of those into the flavor of this. So very cool. This is apparently a specialty of them. Apparently it's 10% alcohol by volume. So we're going to open it up. Usually you'll want like a tulip glass or a nice goblet for this. And I have the best of both worlds here, my big Duvel glass. Alright. Oh, I can smell apple off it already. Definitely smell apple off it. A little spider in there. So yeah, it looks like a triple. Looks like it's unfiltered too. Hazy. Yeah, I can definitely see particulates floating in there, so that's good. It's a good sign. Nice white head, not quite as big as you'd get from like a legitimate Belgian triple. Well, some of them anyway. Or a Belgian golden ale even. But yeah, that's a nice goldeny Belgian color right there, sort of a classic triple sort of color. So we'll go right to the aroma. Oh yeah. A lot of vinous notes right off the bat. Getting like an allspice character to this. Definitely getting the apple, but it's not big. It's sort of the citric quality of the apple, more so than the actual apple itself. But I am getting a bit of that too. Apple sweetness, the tart citric portion of the apple. Very perfumey, very, very floral, perfumey. Obviously the hops are coming in here a little bit. And I'm getting the wood. The wood's in the background. It definitely smells different than just your standard bourbon oak kind of thing. I'm not really getting vanilla in this like you would get from something like that. It's much more white wine and very triple-like. It doesn't have that barnyard funk. I don't think they use actual Belgian yeast in this. I'm sort of suspicious that they probably don't. It doesn't seem to have that, however they say, horse blanket or barnyard funk or whatever, you know, your typical Belgian yeasty thing. But this is still quite yeasty. It smells yeasty, spicy, apples, wood in the background. It smells very nice. Again, I think most people who watched my channel for a while now know I'm not a big fan of apples. They don't overdo it in the aroma, at the very least. I'm quite liking it. I think I'm even getting some of the alcohol here in the smell. That might just be the brandy barrels actually playing tricks on me, you know. Smells very good, so we're going to go right into it. Cheers. Very sweet, well, not very sweet. It's sweeter in the taste. You definitely get the apple sweetness. Nice little bit of tartness there, and you're sort of getting that acidity from the apple. Spicy. Definitely big dry wood in the back. Hear the dog in the background there defending the property. Not really getting the alcohol in the background, so that's good. Yeah, dry, well, maybe a little bit. No, it sits in my mouth a little bit. No big hop bite, just a little bit of hops. I don't think Amarella are big for bittering. I think they're much more for moderate bittering and aroma more than anything else. I seem to recall that being the case. Mouth feels fairly light. It definitely reminds me of a triple, but without so much the Belgian qualities. So honestly, I guess it's probably pretty apt to call this like an American triple. That 10%'s not there. Drink's very smooth, very light. It's quite a bit of nice little spiciness to it as well. It does have that sort of an apple pie kind of spiciness to it, but not necessarily an apple pie taste. Getting more tartness now in the back. This could probably pass for an American interpretation of a lambic as well, honestly, because there's a nice sourness building up now. But it's not overpowering. There's nothing here jumping out overpowering anything else. It's very well balanced, I think. I think they did a really good job on this. Definitely a drink for this time of year, spring, summer kind of thing. Perfect day out today. What my idea of a perfect summer day. You know, not humid and shitty, not hot, just nice warm with a slightly cool breeze going. Perfect. And this beer is just suited for it. I'm going to give them a little bit of candy sweetness now. I wonder if they might have put some candy sugar in this. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's actually pretty damn complex, so in that regard, it definitely hits the triple style pretty well. Every time you take a sip, there's something new jumping out at you. Very, very good. Very drinkable, very nice. Big thanks to AverageJoe for this. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this and listen to some music and play ball with the dog for a while. Captain Lawrence Brewing Company's Golden Delicious. It's got a nice apple character to it. It's definitely a little different than what you might expect from a triple. It's definitely not a Belgian triple clone. It's much more an American interpretation. And that apple character is very nice. It's not big, it's not overpowering, it's just very subtle and nice. Nice spiciness. sort of all the qualities you expect from a triple. At the same time, it's not necessarily the flavor profile you always get from like a traditional triple. So it's kind of interesting, very interesting. Captain Lawrence Golden Delicious. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. Very, very nice stuff. Very, very good. Again, big thanks to Average Joe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.